Alright, welcome back. Let's go to Magofu. You know, I think if it weren't for the soundtrack of this game, I probably would have checked out of it a long time ago. But the music is just adorable enough to keep me going. So we're going to start off with my homegirl Rose here. And we're going to check out this brand new planet, which appears to be covered in ancient ruins. There appears to be some sort of structure here that I don't think I can interact with. It just looks kind of cool. So this world is covered in a bunch of walls. So this means that it's probably going to be a pain in the ass to try and navigate around. But I will do my best to see if there's like any sort of gates or something that I can interact with in this area. There's this like a grain silo? No, I don't really see much of nothing here. Well, whatever. And then this is water? Yes, so it is. Alright, so I will give the developers credit. This is remarkably different from the first area that they plonked me down into. Well, this is obviously something I can interact with. It's a statue of a guy floating on an inner tube. We'll see what he's all about. And I can't interact with him, apparently. That's unusual. Wow, whereas the first planet was full of life and there was a ton of stuff to interact with, this one seems a little bit more... How should I say, sterile? I don't know. I'm sure that I just need to keep exploring and it'll eventually start to open up its secrets a little bit more. But this is definitely a pretty different take on this sort of gameplay than what I expected out of the first level. Ah, here's a golem-looking guy, or perhaps a mummy. Let's see what he says to me. He speaks in Morse code. I'm gonna just keep doing this one. Well, alright. I'm sure if I wanted to, I could sit down and actually plonk down every little thing into like a Morse code translator online. However, I really don't want to do that. My character died. So... Alright then. I guess I walked off of a cliff and fell to my death. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there's a bit of a height difference there, so I guess my character fell to their death. Well, I will keep that in mind. I wonder if that's always been a mechanic in this game, and that was just the first time that I've run afoul of it. I definitely could see that being the case. And can I go through here? Nope. Okay, fully locked off on that side. Like, it could be that that was programmed in the game from the very beginning, and it's just that on the first world, they never put any tiles that had a height difference that would actually lead to you dying if you stepped off of a cliff from too high. But, yeah, in fact, that's probably what I assume is the case. I also wonder if that wasn't an intentional design on the part of the game developers to throw that at you in this area, because they knew that you wouldn't know about it, and then you would just instinctively just be like, well, I can probably walk anywhere I feel like. And then you learn that no, you cannot. What I thought was particularly amusing about dying that way, though, is the fact that the death scream was also in Morse code, just like everything else that you have to deal with here. Okay. We're just gonna cross through on that bridgey bridge. I don't see... Well, I died. God damn it. The way of the silent walker. Huh. Oh, that's very interesting. So, the first world I played on had two mechanics for it, basically. You could die either by Yeah, you could die either by... no, sorry, you could beat the level either by conquest, or you could beat it by being a trickster. This one, it looks like there's only one victory condition, and it's probably binary. Like, you either get it or you don't. And it is one where I'm assuming I just need to walk through the entire level and not fall off to my death at any given point. That's super interesting because I have to wonder then, like, I was saying earlier that I wasn't sure if that mechanic was always in this game, where you can step off of too high of a thing and die. But it seems like that might just be something special just for this level, unless they begin to incorporate that into the later planets. But I'm getting the sense that it's probably going to be set up so that every single planet has its own victory conditions, basically. And you have to figure them out on the fly as you go through everything. So we'll try to be very careful here about making sure they don't die by falling to death. Should be okay to just walk through here. I just gotta pay attention to the tiles. So you can see very faintly where the grid becomes offset from the other tiles, and actually, if you highlight over, you can get a really good sense of where the passable terrain is versus the unpassable terrain. So I guess as long as I'm reasonably careful, I can get through this without a whole lot of trouble. So we can just explore pretty hard to the right here. There seems to be just a very straightforward path. Want to make sure that they don't sneak in a little death tile right there on me, and we're okay. Yeah, so this is going to be a bit of a methodical progression through this section, I think. It looks like I need to hook south right here. And then up this side. You can also kind of tell which tiles are more raised than others if you pay attention to how they rise up through the perimeters as you explore more of the game. But it looks like I've reached a checkpoint of sorts here, because there's a foot. And indeed, that opened up a gate for me, so I don't have to do these levels again. Cool. What should I explore then? If I interact with this thing, nothing happens. If I interact with this thing, nothing happens. Well, yep, okay. That was the first of checkpoints, I guess. Very interesting how different this world is. You know, there's nothing to really interact with, so to speak. I mean, I can interact with these guys, but they're not going to tell me anything. Huh. I'm betting that somebody's probably taken the time already to translate all that into Morse code, and for that person I say, God bless you, but oh, no way do I have the time to consider even doing that. That was kind of interesting. If you notice on the perimeter, like a weird foot appeared hanging off of that cliff, and then it vanished. So I've noticed that occasionally in this game they've done that where they have... well, that's not what I meant to do. Shit. They have occasionally just put down, like... I was gonna say... I saw this a little bit on some of the water tiles in the first planet where it had like really cool looking art that appeared on the sides that went away as soon as other tiles came over to cover it up. That was a nice little touch. I mean, like I said, one thing I will give this game credit for is that it's visually got a very consistent look about it that's very stylized and, in my opinion, wholeheartedly pleasant to experience here. Alright, so before I died, I was going to explain what I was able to suss out for how to complete the next section of my adventure here. And that is that the new section looks like the terrain is embedded into the ground rather than raised stuff. So if I step too high, then I die, instead of stepping too low and falling to my death. So I misinterpreted then what the mechanic was. I thought that I was stepping off of a ledge and then falling to my death, but I can clearly see now that this is just a special mechanic for this level, and that it's just literally like, don't step on the wrong things or else you die. I gotta say, I'm a little bit less impressed with it as a result of that, but that's okay. On one token, I don't know. On one token, I find it a little bit less like they interacted with the core mechanics of their game. Like, it sort of feels like they missed out on like what they're trying to go for. But at the same time, I also understand that like it's an exploration game, and the idea of some tiles being not just impassable but like deadly just by fiat is actually totally in vein of where they're going for in terms of their game design and their game mechanics. I guess I kind of expressed that in a little bit of a very pretentious way. That's what I'm trying to say, is that like it felt out of place for me until I thought about it a little bit more, but it totally makes sense of like making this puzzly game have movement through a maze more or less be part of what you're trying to go for. So I will give them some credit where credit is due on that. Like that's a little nice dash of creativity. I'm wondering though how this is all going to tie up as this game progresses. Like, are we going to see these mechanics start to interact with each other? Is there going to be like a trickster play level that also has like deathly paths that you can't walk around on? I hope so, because that would make it that would move it to another level in my mind, because this could very easily become a experience that's defined more by gimmickiness rather than a deep no. Okay, shit, I thought that was gonna go the wrong way. Rather than like a deep gameplay type of experience. It'd be like the difference between, say, The Witness and like a really shitty Wii game that just like it's very novel with like the Wii mode or whatever, whereas with The Witness it was like very novel with its designs. Okay, I think if I go near this golem and talk to him, he'll unlock a path for me. Never mind. Huh. Okay. Well, something in this area is bound to open up a checkpoint, right? Like, I didn't just get through to the next thing that is very much reminiscent of the first checkpoints, and I'm not getting one. Like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Though this area is a little bit widely different from the first. I don't know. I assume as soon as I step onto this stuff, a checkpoint will appear. Oh, hell. Alright. So 3 forward, right, forward, right, forward, right, 3 forward, left. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's see if I can just remember this. Just into it, basically. So it's this tile, then this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile. And then we move 3 forward to wind up in the corner. Okay, then it was 3 up. Damn it! Oh. I thought it was gonna be a, I thought it was 3 up there, but obviously it was just 2. I got a lot of level ahead of me. Jeez. That is almost disconcerting seeing all that action. Well, here's hoping that I unlocked a nice little checkpoint that would make it a lot quicker to get to that part. I kind of wish I had quicker access to using the snipping tool, for example, in Windows. Just take a quick screenshot of that puzzle so I wouldn't have to memorize it, and I would just be able to walk across it and reference it the whole time. But one thing about recording is that I kind of don't get access to a lot of the things that I would normally have access to if I was playing a video game casually. Like, if I pull down the snipping tool and take a screenshot of that solution to the puzzle, then I will have to minimize the game and stuff, and then people will see pictures of my desktop, and it's super duper sloppy to do that. But it would have been nice to have that going for me in that moment. So what I can do instead, we can do this the old-fashioned way, which is where you just literally pull out a piece of paper and a pencil, and you just take down notes, and you use to copy down your cheat codes and whatnots to do it. Okay, I wonder where in the heck I can go now. I wonder if that changed the calculus of this of the levels a little bit. Nope. Okay, so I have no idea if I got a checkpoint or not that opens up the section that I was just at. It looks like, unfortunately for me, that didn't happen. So I get to replay this. Well, we're going to go ahead and just do a quick little cut then, so I don't have to replay it all. And, yeah, okay. Next time we'll go ahead and just resume it from me being past all this stuff. So thank you for watching.